Welcome, everybody coming in. Welcome. Welcome. Give everybody a minute to get situated. Thumbs up, guys. We've got a serious topic to discuss tonight and a tragic topic to discuss, and then we will move on to a little bit lighter note. But I do want to get a little bit coverage on this because, you know, there's a lot to crack into with this. And Shody, welcome. Erica, welcome everybody coming in. And this is a lot different topic for us. Lark, welcome. Hendrix, Len, wake up. Maggie, Nursum, welcome everybody coming in. So let's go ahead and Pookie, welcome. So this is a tragic topic. I just want to give you a heads up. Before we get into this, I want to put a trigger warning. And this is very serious topic. So, let's show our respect. Let's be serious. Andy, welcome. Eric, PJ, Emma V. And then we will close this down and then we will move on to a lighter note with things that we usually cover. But I did want to shed some light on this tonight because, A, I feel like this could have been prevented, and B, we always talk about certain things. So, thumbs up, let's get this out here and let's show that we as our little community, we do not, this so could have been prevented. It was a bad business move. And I'm going to get to it, Barbara. I'm kind of letting everybody get in and get situated. That way we can, I know, Hendrix, it's a tough situation. So those that are coming in, this is going to be a tragic topic that we're going to cover. Yes, Pookie, amen to that. Majestic, welcome. So I'm going to try and hold it together. This is very, Joey, welcome. So usually I address each and everybody coming in, but this is one thing that I want to discuss on, and then we're going to close the stream down and move on to a lighter note that we usually, kind of our community of the weight loss, weight gains community, and move on to a, a lighter topic for the night. Vegan, Len, Tiny Fairy, Masha, Mio Mai, Joey. Thumbs up, guys. Let's get this out here. This is a serious topic that, we want to try and prevent this from ever happening again. And let's get this news out here and, put this out here, for, parents that their child, may want to go to an event that's a big event, or just, put our things that, be prepared situations that you could get yourself into, your family could get into. Bunny Melon, welcome. Sarah, out of the attic. PJ, welcome. Sandra. Okay, guys, thumbs up. Let's go ahead and get into it. And then, like I said, we're going to close this down and move on to something a little bit more lighter on our note. Welcome, love. Stephanie T, thumbs up, guys. I'm going to we're going to touch on anything else that, is our other realm. We're going to kind of rein it in on this, and then we'll get into everything that's going on in our little genre in the next video. Melty Metal. Yes, Hendrix. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it, and everybody can watch on the replay. Amy, welcome. Welcome, everybody coming in. Okay, let's go ahead and get into, yes, we're going to do our foodie video after this. This is two things that do not need to be collaborated together in any shape, way, or form. This is something that I want to discuss, and then we'll close this down, restart. So, as far as anything foodie, beauty, the topic, let's leave that out of this, and let's rein it in and show our respect as a community, what has happened in the, in the, hip-hop community and this tragic event. Tasha, welcome. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. And like I said, everybody, my shirt says "Can't Buy Me Love," and let's go ahead and get into it. It's a little bit big, but okay. So let's go ahead and get into what's going on. Let's get this out here and let's, make aware of things that can happen, things that can be prevented, and let's do it. So there was a concert by Travis Scott. He was the headliner, and it was a concert, a festival called Astroworld. Astroworld is a festival that they do. It is a big, high-name festival. You had names such as Drake, Master P, SZA, just a lot of different a music festival. What had happened at the festival was they were not prepared for the crowd, for the numbers. As this festival has went on before, of course, as many festivals do, I am a festival goer. It's been, a while, but I used to be an avid follower of festivals. That is something that I would dedicate my summers to. I would work all, throughout the winter, throughout the spring, and then I would hit it, the spring festivals, the summer festivals. So, for those in the replay, and, I know this is going to probably accumulate, different names, different faces, different, people when this reaches. I'm an avid festival. I've been to big festivals. Sandra, we're gonna get into it. Slow down, guys. We're gonna let me. This is a different topic for me to cover, so I want to tread, very, respectfully. I don't want to give any false information, so let's just take it step by step, and I'll just down the line of what happened. So, I want to give a shout out to the channel Moving Mad. His name is Madsy. Moving Mad is covering this very well. Moving Mad is part of our community. So, it's MOVING, capital MAD. Moving Mad is part of our community. If you're new over here or watching this for the replay, we cover a lot of the weight games, or excuse me, weight loss, weight gains channel. They are channels that are starting their channel for a weight loss, and then they end up gaining a tremendous amount of weight. But anyways, that's kind of our little genre over here. Reaction commentary. So, let's rein it back in, like I said. So, Astroworld was a concert that was starting a festival that gains momentum as, people, would tell a buddy, hey, Astroworld's this year, I went last year, and as, things like that happen, concerts, festival, as throughout the years, they pick up momentum. So, the numbers obviously are going to grow and grow and grow and grow. Now, this concert was $400 a ticket. A lot of people that we're going to watch, thank you again, Moving Mad, for the video. We're going to watch Moving Mad's video called Travis Scott Astroworld Survivors Speak Out Compilation. Thank you again, Madsy Media and Moving Mad, the channel. So, as the concert progresses, it is going, okay. Some of the smaller acts, things are going good. They're going good. And then as the countdown starts to the main headliner, Travis Scott. For those that don't know, Travis Scott is like a hip-hop younger artist. He is with Kylie Jenner, one of the Kardashian sisters. So they're doing a live countdown for, Travis Scott in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they're counting down. As they're counting down, people are moving and pushing forward. Now, I have been to concerts like this that, as the crowd gets excited, as, their favorite band or their favorite person's coming out, the crowd pushes further and further closer. So, as there were people from young to older to, I heard there was a 10-year-old at this concert. I heard there was a dog at this concert. Again, everybody has their own preference. This is not something that I personally, I don't have any children, but if I did, this isn't really, and to each their own again. I'm not here to say, everybody, has their own, that's their child. But, I've been to a lot of concerts, and, it's not something that I would, A, if I had, my niece and nephews, I would bring them. B, I would bring my dog too. Hydration is the key at any concert. Whether you're partaking in alcohol, anything like that, hydration always the key. Now, welcome everybody coming in. I kind of want to just, I'll address everybody in our next live stream. We're going to discuss this, then we'll move on. So I don't think I'm ignoring you guys tonight. We're just going to kind of address this so it's not choppy, and then we'll kind of get, like I said, in our next live stream, back into what, on a lighter note. So it was $7 a bottle of water first off. I get people, want to make their money, and that's, but $7 for a bottle of water. I don't care what state you're in. And maybe, I'm where water, you can pick up a case of water for $3-4, maybe $5 max. So exactly, you're price gouging. Water is water. I've been to concerts where it's, $3 a bottle. That's pretty reasonable. Long story short, the line for the filtered water was 3 hours long that some people are putting out here. So not only was the water $7 a bottle, but the line for the filtered water was 3 hours long. Now, you've had this concert before. You know the numbers you're pulling. You know a cumulative what tickets you've sold. That's ridiculous. The whole thing. So let's go ahead. Sorry if you see me keep looking over. I've got my notes over here. So I'm kind of all over the place, but I want to make sure I catch all the different notes. And like I said, so 8 people lost their lives at this festival, and hundreds were injured. Hundreds. They were saying, some of this is alleged. I'm just going by the videos that I've researched and that I've came across. There were 2 defibrillators. There were not enough medical personnel. Some of the medical personnel were not, trained for, sorry, you guys, these Japanese beetles are coming out. There was not enough Narcan. Unfortunately, at festivals, you guys also know I'm a recovering addict that have been with me, for a while. I'm a recovering addict. Narcan is free. You can get it on the internet. Narcan is always just good to have around, if you do not partake in substances, it is just always good to have around. It is always good to have around. You could, be somewhere and somebody could fall out. And, so the whole, plan of the concert, a lot of this could have been prevented. The water, the paramedics, it blows my mind. So 2 people, and we're going to watch a clip from Moving Mad, like I said, that kind of brings all this into it kind of takes you there. And I do want to put when I go back, I'm going to put a warning on this, and I do want to give you guys a heads up. When we do get into Moving Mad's video, these are testimonials from people from the concert, and it's very intense. You can see that some of these younger adults are very traumatized. Very, very traumatized. You can see, and we're going to hear some of the testimonials from younger adults and, people at this concert. Travis Scott, 2 people physically came up on the stage. Sorry, guys, I'm not ignoring any of you guys. Thumbs up. Let's get this out here, and let's get this to be things like this, can be prevented if somebody, is not, has a child that, they maybe want to go to a concert. You can prepare and say, is this a safe concert for you? Is this a safe concert for your child, your young adult, your teenager? So, Travis Scott was aware. A girl, and I'm going to show you the footage, like I said, of what Moving Mad, and shout out to Moving Mad, like I said again, check out Moving Mad. He is covering this fantastic, in my opinion. Very great job on the coverage. Very respectful. Madsy has done a tremendous job on covering this. So, a girl literally gets up to the stage and says, stop the show, stop. another young boy gets up behind her and says, "Stop, stop. People, are passing out. They're unconscious. Stop the show." Mr. Scott, Travis Scott, says, "You guys know what you came here for." Basically, he has this thing where he amps the crowd up to like rage. There's a lot of mosh pit activity, there's a lot of high energy, So the two people that came up on the stage, and again, this is all alleged, this is what I've gathered, testimonials of, they were kicked out of the concert for trying to, no racism, no homophobic on my channel. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you. Mods, please keep your eyes out. Please keep your eyes out. We're starting to... If you're new to my channel, I do not deal with homophobic racism of any shape or any doxing of any sort. So have a nice day. Thank you. Move on. Guys, please keep your eyes peeled. Thank you. So, like I said, not only does Mr. Scott continue with the concert, but on the yes block. Don't even time them out block. Sorry, guys. So, not only does Mr. Scott continue with the concert, Drake comes out after Mr. Scott, after this has went on. Now, I was a big fan of Drake. It just completely... Why not Drake? I know Drake, has obviously got paid for the concert. Why not did your morals not kick in and say, let's get this crowd under control? Obviously, let's get this, people are losing their lives. People were suffocating literally from the crowd, pushing up on each other. As, like I said, the artists are coming up, the crowd is, but we're going to watch some testimonials. Drake should have stopped and said, you know what? I've got plenty of money. This money isn't worth it. We need to get this crowd under control. So I just completely lost all respect for Drake, in my opinion. Drake is a multi-millionaire, and Drake should have said, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to go on. So, Drake, you lost a fan. Travis, you definitely lost a fan. And, so, a lot of people are saying, and again, I want to make this very clear, that, Travis's statement came out and said, Travis's statement was, we are finding victims of, the victims of, sorry, my notes are getting wonky. We are finding, basically, like, he's going to financially help the people that passed, things like that. Kate, I love you, but come on now. Not in this video. Come on, Kate. Not in this video. So you got Drake coming on after. Exactly, Tracy. Drake has enough money. Drake could have said, look, I'm not going to keep, this is out of control. Things are out of hand. People are out here literally fainting, losing their lives, getting trampled on, and Drake continued and got with the performance. So Travis's statement, like I said, was basically that they're going to, start to find some of the, family members of the people that lost their life. Exactly, Ruby. Money is not the answer. No amount of money brings back your loved ones. And this is what I've told you guys from the get-go with my channel. We do not put people on a pedestal. We do not put people on a pedestal. Welcome everybody coming in. Yes, there is mention of Travis getting sued and the, promoters and all that. Like I said, check out Moving Mad. He is covering this very, very well. There's lawsuits starting to come out. And these lawyers are saying that this could have been promoted or prevented. There was too many numbers. It just, the whole stage set up. But let's go ahead. And now I want to put out, like I said, I want to put, yes, Shody Mom, I agree. All this concert money should be donated to, you know, like I said, money doesn't bring people back. And yes, Justice has, my mod Justice in the chat has moving Matt. Again, those for the replay. It's moving, capital M, moving, capital M-A-D. Okay, so I want to put a warning out very loud and clear. These are testimonials from people that were actually at the event. It's very disheartening. It's very disheartening. You can tell that some of these young adults have been tremendously affected by this. This is something that, you know, anybody, any age, that they cannot unsee. It's such a sad, yes, Kate, and they were, and that's what a lot of people were saying, that Jamie, the mods got it, Guys, keep an eye, thank you, Jamie. Guys, keep it, welcome everybody coming in, mods, keep an eye. That this could have been prevented. There were people, I guess the merch area where you buy merchandise, that they were over during the morning at 9:30 in the morning. There were like thousands and hundreds of people sneaking in. Yes, exactly, Tracy. That's another thing that was brought up. Where was the fire marshal? And like Shody Mom just said, can you imagine your teenager, I mean, any age, your family member, your loved one, your best friend, your neighbor, whoever, you know, going to a festival and never coming home? You never think of that. And I always tell you guys this. I mean, I just lost somebody last week that was 26 years old. Hold your loved ones close. You never know what could happen, and it's such an it's such a, tomorrow's never guaranteed. And it's such a, I don't want to say, you know, the world has always had, you know, tragic things happen, but the world is just even more now, I feel like, and this again, these are only my opinions. The world is such a, the world is such a, it's such a, you know, it's such a wild place, man. I don't even know how to word it. Yes, it's unsafe. Thank you, vegan. You know, imagine your loved one again, or your best buddy or somebody, you know, hey, I'm going to a concert. I'll see you later. And Jamie, I can see you. I don't understand what you guys are saying. I don't understand what's going on. I'm not seeing anybody named Kaya Simon's life. I don't see it, you guys. I apologize, guys. If they come back in the next one, as long as there's no homophobic racism, anything to do with this. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Eric, let me know if things get too tough, and I'll throw somebody in. Devil's Rejects. Thank you, love. Eric just got him. Okay. Yes, they need blocked, not timeout, you guys. And welcome if you're new. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for joining us. This is such a, Dixie, welcome. This is such a traumatic event. So if you're just coming across, you know, me, welcome. We do a little bit of everything over here. Tea, news, drama, reacts, hauls. Welcome. Robin, that is another thing I had on my notes to discuss. 50,000 people. And we was seeing this video that basically they were saying that you could just hold up a card and it didn't matter what it was, that, it could have been a false, situation that's going on with the world, a false card. And then it got to one point, it was getting so overwhelmed. If you've ever been to a concert, the plastic wristbands, they were just showing, not even scanning them anymore. They were just saying, hold up your wristbands. So somebody could have figured out what color wristband and just printed off a bunch of them, and hey, you got a wristband, go. You got a wristband, go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ready. This is the Travis Scott Astroworld Survivors Speak Out compilation by the channel Moving Mad. Thank you again. Let's give them a thumbs up. And let's thank Madsy. Thank you. Thank you for your coverage on this. Okay. We like to always show everybody respect. Yes, Kate, there were people saying at 9:30 in the morning by the merch thing that people were just flocking in. Okay, let's go ahead and get to it. I want to give you guys a honest, this is heartbreaking, heads up. If you're not, if you're feeling some sort of way, check out a lighter video that I have. Maybe move on to something else. After this, we're going to do a live stream in a different, thank you, Justice. We're going to do a live stream after this on a lighter note. So, thank you again, Devil's Rejects. Always appreciated. And let's go ahead and get into this. Welcome, everybody coming in. I like to address each and every one of you. Robert, welcome. But, we'll kind of, like I said, I want to get this covered, wrapped up, and then we'll move on to our typical topics. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me kick the lights here and welcome everybody coming in. Thumbs up. Let's get this out here and show light to, we the people are not standing up for this. Yes, your type. My friend went to Lollapalooza years ago in the United States, and it was the last Lollapalooza was another bad planning. My friend told me that there was no water, it was another bad. That's kind of what this reminded me of, only 10 times, well, a million times worse. So, as we stand up for our community, I want to say that, again, may these families get as much justice as they can. Money doesn't bring back anyone, and I also always send this message out. Do not put people on a pedestal. Everybody, whether it be a singer, a rapper, an artist, a TV star, these are people just like you and me. Do not put anybody on a pedestal but yourself and your family. Now, with that, let's watch the video. Again, this is very tragic. I want to put out here, if you need to move away and step onto a lighter video, I get it. We have plenty of things over here, and let's do it. So, this video that we are going to watch, welcome to my channel. I am a low-tech girl in a high-tech world, so I do apologize. We do things a little wild over here, but, yes, and thank you, Waxing. That's a great example. People that, put people on a pedestal, feel they're above the law. They are above. If they have money, things don't apply to them. It's like I said. So let's go ahead and get to it. Thumbs up, guys. Let's get this out here and let's get, the story. That's okay, Justice. They can speak their mind. They're all right, Justice. Belle, I apologize. Yeah, guys, hold on, mods. What we're wanting to block is racism, things like that. If they're, this is this topic is out here. We're talking live. So if, somebody has a testimonial, I know. Guys, let's say past, and you're more than welcome. I do apologize. Let's say past or, lost their lives. Guys, welcome everybody coming in. Welcome everybody new. If you have testimonials and we're truly there, we'd love to hear, what you've seen. And thank you for joining us. I do apologize. We do want to keep this up, and that is why we ask that you use code words. YouTube and the bots do, pick out things. So that is why we ask that you kind of use code words. And it's nothing to... yes, Bill, we were not trying to silence you. We want to leave this up to get this out here. This was just recent. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. Again, check out Moving Mad, and this is where we were getting this. Yes, Bill. Thank you. And I would love to honestly, if you have a channel, Squish, welcome. Belle, if you have a channel, we would love to hear if you have a video. If you would, want to talk about it, we would love to have you on here. So, let's do it. All right, again, please, everybody, respect each other in the chat, respect each other in the comments for the replay. We don't want to down, everybody deals with things different, respect each other, and that is, how we roll over here. Thank you again.
Like, I feel like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe. You couldn't see. Like, just imagine all the people they're going to find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like,
hold on, guys. I want to make sure you guys can hear this loud and clear.
It's probably going to be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like,
this poor boys. Now listen, I'm going to restart it. Listen to this gentleman's testimonial. It is absolutely, I hold on a second. Let me turn the light here. It's very eerie, okay? Sorry to stop it already. It's very eerie. These young adults really set the stage here. They really set how the vibe was. It's very eerie if you listen. Listen, take the message of what the vibe was there. Now, I was going to talk about this before the video. Like I said, listen to the vibe of this. Now, I know, yes, I was right there in the front row, right side of the crowd. Do you have a channel, Bell? Or, excuse me, yeah, Ballin KKK. Ballin, we would love to have you on. I had to drag my sister out. She couldn't breathe. Do you have your own channel? We would love to have you on. And, if it's too much, I totally understand. I totally get it. But if you want to ever share your testimonial, my email is always in the, Eric, if you could throw my email out and just, say, I'm Ballin KKK. And again, I totally get it. If it's too much for you to speak on, I 100%. And whether you're male, female, I'm glad you got out, my friend. And I'm glad you got your sister out. Amen. I mean, I've been to many concerts and wild ones and tame ones, and I'm glad you got you and your family out, and, wow, welcome so much. All right, welcome everybody coming in. Let's go ahead and these are the testimonials. Again, thank you, Moving Mad for the video, and let's go ahead and get into it. I do want to say, guys, that these testimonials are very heartfelt. You can feel, these young adults. You can feel their pain. At least I can.
Like, it felt like we was in a concert in hell. you couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Like, just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted. And the people were the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything, like, you know, like I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but like after tonight, bro, like God really showed me, like, you know, like stay away from that shit, bro. Like that shit not for you, cause like he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like for real. Like so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. You know, he influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by. What the fuck is that? That's okay with you real quick. Take me, let's do it. This is live footage from Astroworld, the concert Travis Scott performed at last night where 8 people tragically passed away. As you can see, this is still the daytime. It was clearly overcrowded and security was doing nothing. This concert shouldn't have even made it into the nighttime.
Off in the crowd, the music stops. 2 individuals come up to Travis. They look like workers of the festival or perhaps workers of his, and they say something to him. We don't know what they said to him, but he shoos them away. And then the show goes on. We're going to watch these videos and talk about why this is a big problem for the concert organizers as well as Travis Scott.
No, we're in there, bro. Shut the fuck up. Exactly right. We're in there. People are fucking dying. I want to see somebody's life. That's somebody's kid. Two hands to the sky. I'm going to say one. 2 hands to the sky. Y'all 2 hands up. Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me. Let's go. You gotta hope people take care of them. I'm going to make this motherfucking great. Everybody good? Put a middle finger up in the sky. Okay, where my guy, man? Come on. Yeah, all that. 2 hands to the sky.
So this is an ambulance over here, if you can see.
Y'all know what y'all came to do. Chase me. Let's go.
Y'all know what you...
I want to make this motherfucking ground shake, goddammit.
I want to make this motherfucking ground shake. As the 2 ambulance were trying to get through the crowd, he says, you know what you were here for. I want to make ground shake. He swept it under the rug and continued the show. Ball, you good? I know this has to be a lot to take you back. And I'm glad to have you here, honestly. Nice to meet you, and thank you for joining us. Let's continue. But that's why I wanted to stop. Again, I'm going to be very quiet. I want you to get the vibe of this. You know, usually when we react and do videos over here, I stop and start. I'm going to be very quiet. I want you to get the vibe of this. A lot of people say that it had a dark feeling from the get-go, but you'll hear. You'll hear. You'll hear. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thumbs up, guys. Let's get this out there. Let's get and show that, this needs to be handled properly. This needs to be, family members aren't just, money. People can't be brought back with just money.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 5, 7, 4. What up this out?
There was people climbing on the stage and telling him to stop the show, that people were dying. He saw someone literally getting CPR in front of him. There's a video of 2 people going up to him personally and telling him what was going on, and he turned around and told them, you know what you came for. There's a video of the security guards body slamming people right before it even started. He knew this was going on, and he did not give a fuck. Stop thinking that artists care about you, because artists like these don't. And
Amen to
literally,
that.
people died. People died, and he didn't give a fuck. I've seen artists stop concerts. I'm sorry, I'm eating. I've seen artists stop concerts for less than this. Even, let's talk about rock concerts. Fucking Ronnie Radke stopped a concert because he saw a girl touching a guy touching a girl. Just literally touching her. You're telling me that this motherfucker didn't stop when people were literally screaming in agony and screaming for help, and people jumped on stage and told him to stop the show, that people were dying in the crowd, and he kept singing and got the people that jumped on stage kicked out?
Hell, bro, like, it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Like, just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trembling on top of them the whole concert. Like, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the people were trying, the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning them black and blue. Like, I never seen death in my life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 people laid out dead. And like, once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. There was nothing they could have do. Like really spooked me tonight. Like, that was like some demonic. And what was so crazy, like, people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like, help. The whole crowd was going like, help. We was like,
I truly feel bad for the people that was in that audience. You hear what this guy said? He said it felt like it was a concert from hell. He said he felt like it was some demonic stuff going on there. As far as I know, 8 people have died in that crowd. Could be more. He also goes on to say that in the middle section was a VIP section when people paid a lot of money to sit. He said that people were trying to climb into that VIP section, and the people that were in that section were getting mad and hitting those people that was trying to climb in there. Evil, guys. Evil. Evil, you guys. The enemy showed up and showed out. This guy also went to say that he felt like God was showing him he shouldn't be at places like that. And that's very true. We get reeled into this world that looks glamorous. We get reeled into this world where the music is brainwashing us. All of a sudden, we find ourselves being fiends for people and not even knowing it. How can 8 people in the midst of so many people get trampled on and die? Nobody around them worried, because darkness was all in that audience. When you go places like that and you come into agreement with music like that, your soul is coming into agreement with evil. Make no mistake, that concert has nothing to do with God. The enemy has a field day at places like that. It's truly sad, you guys. We got to come out of this manipulative, deceptive reality where people we look up to are not leading us the right way, but they are leading people to eternal damnation. My heart goes out for people who passed away. My condolences for their family. Love you guys. Shalom.
My cousin died at the trap.
Amen. That is exactly how I feel about this. Thank you, Majestic Mama. Preach. That gentleman's message, his message is the exact way I feel. You guys know that I always say, do not put people on a pedestal. That gentleman's message is, he could not said that any better. Any better. Any better. That is the way I feel to the T.
Scott. Concert. All he had to do was stop the show.
Okay, this is going to be my recount of Astroworld and the tragedy that happened, because I've been seeing a lot of videos on my For You page about people that didn't go, reporting on the news, like, that they read from the news, and all this stuff, and all of this, like, and something just doesn't sit right with me, like, having somebody, they didn't go, but they're reporting on it, you know? Like, it's different when you see it with your own 2 eyes. Like, I saw people dying right in front of my eyes. So, a lot more went into everything that happened than just a crowd surge. Yes, the crowd surge played a big part in it, but you had people, like, the stage design was bad, the barricade design was bad, and you had, like, all this crazy stuff happening. Like, everybody was packed in between the sound booth and the main stage, because the sound booth was so big that if you stood behind it, you couldn't see the show. So everybody was in front of that, and that compacted the crowd, made it crazier. Not to mention people sneaking in. I probably saw 2,000 people sneak in with my, like, as I was waiting for merch at 9:30 in the morning. Like, you have people, like, you had security being dickheads all day, just hazing kids for fun, refusing to pull people out of the crowd unless they were quote unquote unconscious or dying, which led to people going unconscious or dying. You had medical personnel who were not, like, trained or, like, prepared for what they were getting themselves into. There was reports of medical staff when they got to the scene of a body freezing up like deer in the headlights and not doing anything. You had there's a medical staff that had a seizure carrying somebody out of the crowd, and then that person's life was in the crowd's hands. They didn't have enough equipment. They didn't have enough Narcan for overdoses. They didn't have enough defibrillators for heart attack patients. Like, they didn't have enough ambulance carts to get to people that needed help. So a lot of the times you had people in the crowd doing medical procedures on other people in the crowd. I can name 2 specific instances when I had to open up a mosh pit solely to let an ambulance cart come through, and then another to get to a body, and then another time when I had to open up a mosh pit literally around a corpse and have someone from the crowd perform CPR on them. Like, this was no, like, people came thinking it was like, oh, it's a music festival, Bad Bunny's there. No, like, that festival is known for its brutality and physicality, and it's just sad to see.
I'm coming on here to talk about my experience at Astrofest. It is extremely traumatizing. I've never experienced anything like that in my entire life. Probably because I've never been surrounded by so many lifeless bodies. I haven't been able to stop thinking about what was happening all around me. It was so demonic. The energy was so demonic. The set was demonic. Travis was demonic. We were literally in hell. Like, I felt like we were in hell. Nobody could breathe. We were all suffocating. Everybody around me was suffocating. We were standing on our tiptoes, and all you see is everyone around you, chins up, gasping for air, and that's all you see around you. There was no room for mosh pits. There was no room to breathe. We couldn't even breathe. We didn't even have enough room. Like, I'm sore. Like this hurts to take a deep breath today. Like, we couldn't even breathe in there because everyone's bodies were literally suffocating us so bad that people were bleeding out of their mouths and their nose. People were screaming bloody murder, literally begging for help from anybody. There's nothing that anybody could do. The floors were covered in bodies. You're doing your very best. We're fighting for our fucking lives. We're doing our very best to stay up. You couldn't even put your foot on the ground. You're stepping over other people. You're stepping over other people's shoes, just trying to fucking breathe. I'm surrounded by unconscious bodies. I don't even know if these people were alive. There's just people all around you, their eyes rolled to the back of their heads, just being moved with the crowds. There was nowhere we could go. We were trying to push back. We're trying to push back to get out, and we're just getting pushed forward. We're just getting pushed deeper into the crowd. There's sinkholes of people in the crowds all around me. Like, if I would have hit the floor, I would have never gotten up. You can see, like, adults holding their children up, like, trying to get them to safety. There's kids, like, pissing and shitting themselves as a trauma response. Like, imagine going to your first concert and, like, this is how you think, like, concerts are. Like, it took us 30 minutes to get out of the crowd, and we were in the back. As we finally get out, you just see people running out, bawling, lips blue. There's people, they're dragging dead bodies out of the crowd. Dead bodies. And Travis knew. Travis had a bird's eye view on everybody and could see everything. He was asked multiple times to stop, and his responses are, you know what you were here for, something like that, and let's rage.
So as y'all know, I was just at Astroworld. Horrible, man. I couldn't even enjoy the show this year. It was crazy. I had to get out. I was one of the people, like, struggling to get out. And I'm a big dude, so it's pretty scary to think about, like, the people that were, like, under a foot shorter than me, man. I mean, it's a crazy experience and something that I don't think anybody was expecting. I've been to the last couple Astroworlds, and I mean, this year was just, something was different. It was just, the energy was crazy, man. I can't even begin to put it into words for you guys, but so I'm going to take a couple days off from posting because I literally watched somebody die right in front of me, and I'm still kind of in shock about it. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and just want everyone to stay safe, and everyone just cherish moments that you guys have with everyone. You know, you never know when it's going to be your last day, so everyone stay safe, and have a good rest of y'all's weekend. Later. Yeah, so I got a few comments about a story time, so yeah, so basically about this girl that passed away in front of me, which I can't even believe I'm saying that right now, bro. I literally cannot believe I'm saying that. But anyways, so basically, I was, to begin with, up in, like, the pits, up towards the front, not all the way at the front, but towards the front. And like I said, the last video, I couldn't do it. And I've been to the last Astroworld. I've been to multiple Travis concerts, and this was just different, bro. Like, I couldn't do it. I was so squished. I literally, like, started having a kind of like a panic attack. I was so squished. I was like so compressed against people. It was just scary, bro. Like, I started freaking out. So I just made my way towards the back exit. So the way it was set up was there was, like, a pit, a barrier, and, like, a walkway, and then another pit and a barrier and a walkway, and then behind that barrier and walkway was the VIP section. It's kind of above everyone. So yeah, I was on that second pit. So there's a pit, barricade, pit, and I was in that second pit right here. And I got to that barricade that was close to the VIP section, and that's when I climbed over. And as soon as I got over, I was just helping a bunch of people over because, I mean, I was one of many that couldn't do it. And like I said, it's crazy to think about because, like I said in the last video, I'm a big dude, and I mean, I'm helping like little girls over that are like, 5'6", 5'2", 5'4". I just can't even imagine like how horrible that must have been. Like they really probably thought they were gonna die, which is crazy. But yeah, I get over the fence, and this girl gets helped over, but she's out cold, bro, like completely out. And I don't know if it was her boyfriend or whoever she was with, but whoever she was with started crying like hysterically, and she's like, she's not waking up, there's no pulse. And bro, it's like giving me chills right now thinking about this shit, bro. But they started giving her CPR, and I mean nothing, bro. Literally, pretty much the whole Travis performance, they were giving her CPR, and they're like, "Where's the paramedics? Where's the paramedics?" Because I mean, bro, like literally, like it took the paramedics probably 30 minutes to get through, and once they got through, they tried to do CPR on her, and nothing. Then they started carrying her out on a stretcher, bro, and they dropped the stretcher, and her body, like just her lifeless body, just topples over onto the ground again, and they like pick her back up and put her back on the stretcher. I mean, bro, I can't even. Oh God, bro, like I can't even. It was horrible. It's so hard for me to talk about that. I can't even like, bro. It's seriously like it makes me sick, bro. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, that's really all I saw. I tried to look away after that because I started like feeling lightheaded when I saw that. It's just like something I never thought I'd see in my life, especially at Astroworld, bro. Like somewhere you're trying to have fun at, like with your friends, just something you look forward to. You never think you're seeing something like that.
To talk about Astroworld and what happened, because I feel like it's...
Okay, let's take a pause right quick and let's discuss now. If you recall what the gentleman said in the beginning of the video. The beginning of the video, if you guys recall, and again, these are only my opinions. These are only the opinions of the chat. These are the opinions of the comments. Please respect each other as we always do over here. We like to create an environment where everybody is welcomed. So, listen, remember, at the beginning, if you're just coming in, guys, thumbs up. Let's get this out here and know this is not acceptable in hip-hop, any concert, whatever music it be, this is not acceptable. If you remember, when the beginning of the video started, the gentleman said what? Kate, be good. You know I love you. Be good, Kate. Come on. Kate, this ain't the video, Kate. This is, you know I love you. You know I do, but this ain't the video. Come on, Kate, please. This is, you know, when it comes to our girls, I don't, we joke around, cat around. This is a whole different thing. Okay, so if you remember, in the beginning of the video, the gentleman said that it had a demonic presence, that the energy felt demonic. The energy felt demonic. If you remember, the gentleman said. Let's listen what this next girl says. This next young lady. Listen to what this next young lady says. Now keep that in mind. The gentleman has talked about in the beginning, he felt like it had an eerie demonic presence. Let's hear what the gentleman has to say next. Welcome everybody coming in. Thumbs up. Listen what the, someone said it was like demonic. I'm just wondering because I don't understand. Lenny, what they're saying is just, it had just a bad vibe. Just an eerie vibe to it. It just was unsettling. The whole vibe of the whole vibe just felt unsettling and just very eerie. So, thank you for your testimonial. My sister was there and ended up leaving during his set because she felt like something was odd. She said she saw people pushing each other and throwing beers around. Yes, a lot of people were saying that the presence of the whole thing had Yeah, just a bad, thank you, Punisher, a bad atmosphere, an eerie vibe. So remember the gentleman said that in the beginning. Now let's listen what this next young lady has to say. Welcome everybody coming in. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for joining us. Please be respectful in the chat. Please be respectful to each other, Miss Kate. This is not a joking matter. You know, I like to have fun around here, but this is not a fun topic. This is tragic, and we like to take things seriously. Now, let's listen to what this young lady says about the way she felt about the vibe.
Pretty, like, bad, and I think there should be some coverage on it. Okay, I got there probably around 1. Like, I was finally, like, went through all the lines and the security and all that shit to, like, get into the festival. I like to point out that they were not, like, they didn't care about COVID. Like, you literally just showed them and they would, like, glance at it and you could go in. Like, you could literally show any type of verification that you didn't have COVID, and, like, it could be fake and they wouldn't even know. At one point, they stopped scanning wristbands, too, because, like, this they would scan, but they just started telling people to raise their hand up and, like, walk through. So it was... That's also another thing. But when I got into the festival, I immediately said to my boyfriend, I was like, there's way too many people here. Like, this is about to be completely flooded, packed with people. For most of the festival, I will say that I was in line for literally this for 4 hours. So I'm just going to talk about, I only saw SZA perform and I saw Travis perform. This is the lineup, so I got out of line around 7:30 and saw Travis at 8:45. So the first performance I saw was SZA, and hers was super chill. I was just in the back, and she's a chill artist, so I really wasn't expecting people to be, like, going crazy. But literally the first, like, crazy thing I saw, I guess, was the dude to, like, my left just dropped dead to the floor, like, passed out. Full body weight, just down on the ground, and then, like, yeah. He was fine, though. He got up, and his girlfriend was just like, what the fuck just happened? And they kind of just walked away. But that was the first kind of, like, okay. And it is a festival, so I understand, like, people are, like, you know, smoking, drinking, taking stuff. Like, I understand that. But, like, it's kind of just odd to, like, see, you know, that shit in front of you. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. We leave SZA to go start getting close for Travis, and we decide to get food. So as we're getting food, the timer for Travis to come on comes on his set, and the music they're playing is just so fucking eerie. It's, like, so creepy. Like, it's, like, not like any, like, it's not like anybody's music. It's just, like, weird, like, beats, like, some samples. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. So Travis comes on. I'm kind of towards the back, so it's not super crazy for me. But, like, 5 minutes in, fucking, like, one ambulance and another paramedic just start fucking running past me, like, start trying to get through the crowd. I know at one point they were screaming, like, stop the performance, because so many people were, like, passing out and literally dying. People were making it obvious to Travis that things were not okay.
Now you can clearly hear very well. Stop the show, stop the show, stop the show. You clearly, as you guys can hear that, I heard it very clearly. It wasn't one person yelling stop the show. It wasn't two people saying stop the show. It was stop the show, stop the show. Let's continue to see what's going on. Welcome everybody coming in. Thumbs up. Let's get this out here and say this is not acceptable for the hip-hop community, nor any community, nor any, whether it be hip-hop, rap, R&B, pop. I mean, this is not acceptable. Why was the show not stopped? Patty, right now the count is 8. 8 passed and hundreds injured. Yes, Grumble Bunny, thank you. Metal, R&B, pop, hip-hop, this is not acceptable. Let's continue to listen what this young lady says about the vibe that she felt.
I can't find the video anymore, but there was literally a video of, fuck. So, as I was talking about in the last video, the video that I couldn't find was a video of literally 4 people on the ground getting CPR from just different paramedics in the middle of the mosh pit. It was just a crazy-ass video, and I don't know where the fuck it went. It was so fucking weird. Scary. Here are just, like, the little weird things that I, like, heard of and, like, noticed while I was there. I personally can't really say much about the festival itself because I was in line from 3 to 7, so I kind of just was in line. I know that the water bottles that they were selling were $7, and the free filtered water was probably a 3-hour line to like get it. I heard that there was only 2 defibrillators for the entire festival. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I heard. So Metro Boomin never came on. He was the opener for the festival, and he never came on. And Master P was the performer after him. And the last thing that Master P said before he got off stage was, "Don't die tonight," which I don't think is that weird. I mean, he probably knows how crazy Travis's fan base is. Like, everybody knows that, but yeah. I just think there could have been a lot of precautions taken to prevent a lot of the things that happened. There were multiple people that died, and one of those people that died was literally 10 years old. Age limits, smaller capacities, more security, like, it all could have been maintained. There was a tree next to me, and there was, like, people climbing in and shit, and Travis literally stopped and was like, "Let's get ready, motherfucker." And Travis is known for encouraging, like, let's get crazy, let's rage, like, let's...
Sorry, guys.
Like, you know, whatever. I am not trying to say put this on Travis. It was just so fucking weird. Like, I could go into, like, my personal opinion on, like, what happened. Like, it felt demonic and satanic as fuck. And, like, I'm wearing a cross right now, but, like, I'm not even fucking religious, like, 0%, like, whatsoever. It just felt so fucking weird. I've gone to multiple concerts, and I've never felt the, like, way I felt watching him as I have other artists. Watching SZA, I felt fine, I felt happy, but when I was, like, waiting for Travis and watching Travis, it just felt, like, really, like eerie, like, doomful, like, just odd. So in the video I'm about to show, this is when Travis first came on, and he first came on with 8 Flames. The first headline that was released that people died was 8 people. And I'm not saying I didn't have fun. I literally was enjoying Travis's performance, but there was just, like, a weird feeling inside of me, like, that was just like, this feels really odd. Travis knew when people were dead. So
For those everybody coming in, we are watching the testimonials of people that were at the Astroworld concert. The concert of Travis Scott, the festival with the traumatic passing of 8 people and hundreds injured. These are testimonials of people at the concert.
last night while he was performing and still hasn't said anything about it. It was overall just really fucking eerie. Okay, this is my last video on it because I'm not, like, trying to exploit what happened, and I don't know why people think I'm trying to do that. When I was there, I didn't know people were dying. I wasn't aware of that until I woke up this morning and everybody was texting me like, oh my god, like, this is what happened. I made a video because I thought it was weird that while I was there, I felt the way I felt while I was there, and what happened is it's just weird to me. Like, that's the only reason why I made that video. I probably wouldn't have made a video if I had 100% fun and I felt 100% secure in the situation and all of that stuff. As I've mentioned, I had, like, demonic feelings, satanic feelings, like, there was just something weird about the whole situation. That's why I made a video. And for the people that are completely defending Travis Scott, like, okay, like, I honestly am not even the biggest Travis Scott fan. I got the ticket because I literally wanted to just go to a festival. Houston's pretty lame. Like, we never have cool shit here. I live in Houston. Like, I would want to go to that. For the people saying I should have just left, a lot of people should have just fucking left, but we didn't because we paid $400 for a fucking ticket. There's a lot of shit that I didn't say in the fucking video because it doesn't fucking matter and it's just about me. I was talking about how I felt and, like, I don't know why I'm even explaining myself right now. I'm not even, like, famous. So, sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to, like, desensitize what happened. I just made a video because I felt weird there. That happened. It's just like a what the fuck thing. And it's weird because while I was there, me and my boyfriend literally used the words demonic, satanic, eerie, like, while we were there without knowing what the fuck was happening. I'm not saying Travis Scott is demonic or satanic. I don't know anything. I don't know Travis Scott personally. I didn't talk to Travis while I was there. I didn't talk to fucking Drake. I didn't talk to Kylie Jenner. Like, I don't know. I'm giving my opinion. That's what happened. I'm giving you my opinion with a little bit of facts that I know. I'm giving you a first-person source, like... And whether I have gone to a festival before or not, I don't think that 11 plus people dying is something you should expect. Hi guys, so I'm gonna try doing this right time.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to give you a heads up. This next young lady's voice is very, very light. So I'm going to scoot her up a little bit. Her voice is very, very light. Even when I other researched it, you can barely, so her voice is very light, just a heads up. Yes, and that's another sad situation, exactly, Waxing. It is so ridiculous to me. This girl is telling her opinion of what she felt at this event. It is sad that people have to worry about the backlash and the comments that they're going to get by telling their opinion of what they felt, the energy that they felt, the experience that they had at the concert. That just shows you how manipulated, and again, how people put people on a pedestal. Oh, it's my favorite rapper. They can do no wrong. No, this was poorly planned. Security needed to be beefed up. Awesome, Belle. Thank you. Belle, we have, for those that are coming in, Ballin KK is saying that they were at the concert. Ballin, what was your energy of the concert? What did you feel? What was your opinion, the energy that you felt? What is the vibe that you felt? Your opinion. And again, this is their opinion. I want to put that out there. Because some people can't handle that other has opinions that aren't theirs. And I preach this very much on this channel. What is our motto over here? We can agree to disagree. Everybody's opinion is everybody's opinion. And that's what we try to preach over here. Exactly, Macaroni. Always go with your gut instinct. Because pretty much, and I'm going to say 99.9% of the time when I have a gut instinct about something, it's pretty much always led me. Before Travis came out, we waited 3 hours for him. He played very eerie music the whole time while we were waiting. It seemed a little strange to me. Thank you. Thank you. That's the vibe that I'm seeing out here. The common vibe. People are putting, you heard the first gentleman say, he had a very, interesting. Travis and Drake are born 66 months apart and 6 days apart. Thank you, Shut. Thank you. Wow. And this is another tough topic to get into, and I know that, it's a very tough topic to get onto on the internet because I know everybody has different beliefs. Everybody has different spiritual beliefs. Also happens, Kris Jenner's birthday is 60, happened Kris Jenner's 66th B-Day. Wow. It also happened on Kris Jenner's 66th birthday. Thank you, Shut. Wow. I always say this, guys, and I know this is a really tough topic to get into. Let's get another thumbs up. We got 66 thumbs up. That's an eerie thing. Let's shoot that onto a 7, guys. Yeah, we have 66 thumbs up at this moment. The music was very loud. The music was very loud and eerie. Usually rappers play other rappers' songs like their own while people wait, but Travis played I don't know what type of music. Ballin', I've been to, actually, I met 8Ball and MJG. Thank you, guys. Yeah, let's get that off of 66. I personally have met, 8Ball and MJG. I was at 8Ball and MJG concert years and years ago. I was a little younger back then. And, I was sitting there, doing my young thing as Kaya did. And, MJG was like, come on. And I was like, what? And he's like, come on, come have a drink with us. And I was like, who, me? And they were like, yeah. I was like, okay, walk back with them. The media took some pictures. They bought me, I think it was Grey Goose at the time. We had a bunch of people. They were very respectful, and we had a great time. Very respectful gentlemen. Nothing but respect. They were very polite to me. It was wild at first because some of the, reporters and people that were there at the concert, they was like, is Kaya with, like, they thought I was part of, like, their crew. And I was like, no, I'm just, but very respectful people. We said our doances and off they went. And they said, take the bottle with you if you like. So, young Kaya took the bottle and off she went. But, I want to put this out there that, I'm a very avid hip hop listener, R&B. I love all kinds of music. So I also want to put this out there that, I do listen to rap. I do listen to hip hop. And, I don't want to shed a message that all rap and all hip hop is bad. That's not the, what we're going for over here. The message that I guess I want to put out with this is, this could have been prevented. You've heard numbers of people say, exactly, shut. It's like people put people on a pedestal, and I've always talked about this on this channel. And, I always say, put yourself on a pedestal, put your children, your family, your pets, whoever rides for you, your buddy, your best friend, but don't, these rappers, these country artists, these actors, actresses, you guys got to remember, man, they started like us, and they're just, live a different lifestyle. And, like I said, that's not the message that I want to put out. I met 8 Ball and MJG. They were fantastic. I worked at a club one time and Method Man came in when I used to dance. Very respectful gentleman. I mean, that's not the message, that I want to send out here. What I want to send out is the safety that could have been, the precautions that could have been taken at this festival for this not to happen. And the message that this was not stopped. You clearly heard the crowd say, stop, stop, stop. We've got a testimonial here in the chat saying, I had to pull my sister to safety. You've seen the 2 people get on the stage and say, yo, there's people passing out back here. We think somebody has passed. And the show went on. And then here came Drake. Let's continue. We are at the end here of the testimonials. Again, this young lady's voice is very, very light, but I do want to, it is the last testimonial. And I do, the stage was an inverted cross leading into a portal that said, see you on the other side. Like, come on. Wow. Thank you, Shut. You are coming in fantastic with this. And see, like I was saying a minute ago, this is kind of like a, it's a weird realm to get into on the internet, because some people say, I don't believe in stuff like that. I'm going to say I'm an avid believer that there are, some people have different beliefs. There are different sides of things that we may never know. There are things like exactly, Punisher. That's what some are saying. It did have an eerie feel. It did have a eerie presence, and that's what you have to ask yourself, when you're involved with, anything, does this person, have my real intentions, or do they have another, I've watched a lot of videos, and maybe we'll cover it another night. Bob Dylan and Roseanne Barr. Remember Roseanne Barr from the TV show Roseanne? Everybody knows Bob Dylan, the singer Bob Dylan, right? Prince. There's a video of Bob Dylan saying, I made a deal with the devil and he came to collect. Roseanne talks about being in her room as a, yeah, shut. I seen about little Uzi Vert. I seen that. I seen that. And that's, some people believe and some people don't, that people sell their souls to, become rich and famous. Believe if you don't, and that's what we like to, we always say this over here, we agree to disagree. I've always, vegan, I don't want to, it's just things that are out here. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to put some tinfoil message out here, some tinfoil hat, but, you have to ask yourself, the things that I surround myself, the people that are, so do they have my best interest, or what are their interests could be? I do believe, and again, these are only my opinions, I do believe there is more to, things out there. Exactly, Shut. Like, you are on point, man. I feel the exact way. A lot of people say that, this is all alleged. These are not facts. These are my opinions. A lot of people say that, the Whitney had always said they're after me. Now, I know many can sit here and disagree. Whitney was on substances. Yes, she was. But, look at how Whitney passed. Then her daughter, Prince had said, guys, they're after me if something happens. Michael Jackson exactly said the same thing. Mariah Carey, there was clips floating around of Mariah Carey saying, if something ever happens to me, go talk to so-and-so. Exactly, Shut. The circumstances with the bathtub. Bobby Christina, was supposedly a healthy young woman. And the odds, and I do know that, we're kind of going left with this. Fran, I do believe, but I do think that, in my opinion, these again are my opinions. Substances can be put in people's body. That's and we do know that, Whitney herself had also talked about a substance program, but, this is something that I've always wanted to dive into, a deep dive. And, this is kind of something that I've always wanted to dive into. But it's also, thank you, Tesla. This is always something that if you listen to certain songs, I went to a Jay-Z concert, okay? And again, these are only my opinions. I used to go to Jay-Z concerts, okay? Yeah, this is a big, big rabbit hole, and I've always kind of wanted to, I've actually, had this on my list for a while. I used to go to Jay-Z concerts, all the time. And then it was after a while, I don't know, it's like the older I got, I guess you could say the more I kind of opened my mind up to things. And when I would be at the concert, Jay-Z's would be, people would hold up, the rock sign. Which, yeah, shut. It's like I realized there was more to things than what, fast cars, money, balling. And that was my lifestyle back then. That was the lifestyle that I led. I was a hustler. I danced, I was in the fast lane. And, to me, that music was, my, it was what I was doing in my life. You know what I mean? It emulated the lifestyle that I was doing. The fast cars, the money, it was the lifestyle that I led, so, Anyways, long story short, yes, Grumble Bunny, that's what I was getting into. So the last Jay-Z concert that I went to, you know, the ROC sign, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, that was a sign. And everybody would hold that up at the concert. And, yeah, exactly. The crack, the rock, the diamond pyramid, that was Jay-Z's symbol. And, I don't know, man. Like I said, I've been to many different things, and, you know, my vibe, you know, obviously I'm older, you know, I jumped out the fast lane, and, total ballin', Eric, throw Ballin my, email in the chat, and Ballin, other than live streams, my email is always in regular videos, and, it's always in my regular videos, but my mod Eric is gonna throw it in, and, you know, again, I know this is a tragic experience for you. You know, we'd love to have you, even, you know, if it's a year down the road, 2 years, you know, you know, would love to hear your take on it, what you feel could have been changed, you know, but again, I know this is, you know, very tragic, and, you know, I don't ever want to, you know, I would always want you to feel comfortable on your time, and, you know, even if you just want me to read the email, or if you want to send me the email and say don't read it, it's up to you. So I want to make that very clear. I'm not one of those channels that, you know, I'm going to put anything out that you don't want me to put out. So just, you know, heads up on that. But anyways, long story short, you know, the older that I got, the more, you know, the older that I got, the more woke, I guess you could per se, I got. Fran, you know, I try to not be, I try to not be a bad influence on anyone, Fran. That's kind of what I want to do out here is, you know, I try to share my stories with you guys, and I try to share, you know, what I've been through to maybe save, you know, somebody from going down that path. And somebody, you know, if you're going through what I've been through, you know, a lot of you guys know in here, but we've got some new faces. I'm a recovering addict, you know, and I'm glad to be here with you guys each and every day. And, you know, I don't want to, you know, go left on this, but, you know, every day, you know, I still struggle. You know, you never know what you're going to wake up to. You never know how you're going to react to things. You never know when you're going to lose somebody. You know, like you guys know, I just lost a buddy last week, 26 years old. You know, and that's, I guess, why, you know, this topic is a little bit, you know, I really felt in this topic because, you know, I love hip hop music. I love music, I love festivals, I love concerts, and I love people. And you guys know that. And it's really just like, man, this is such a, it's a sad, shitty topic. It's a really, you know, I can't imagine, you know, getting ready and say, oh, I'm going to a concert, you know, see you, and then your child doesn't come back, or your best friend, your neighbor, your sister, your brother, like, you know, Ballin was saying, you know, had to pull his sister out, and it's, you know, it's wild, man. It's a wild world we live in. It's a wild world we live in. The times are, you know, different each year, I feel like, at least in my opinion. Good night, everybody leaving. Thank you for always coming. The times are different. Oh my goodness, Amanda Dawn, are you serious? Amanda, stay strong, and my heart is with you for real. You know I love my dogs, you know, with all my heart. So thank you. Brant is a H-Town resident. Brant said the memorial is growing at the gates in downtown. So if we've got any H-Town is Houston, where this was at. Brant says there is a memorial growing at the gates in downtown. Thank you, Brant. All right, guys, let's hear this last testimonial, talk a little bit, and then we're going to wrap it up. get into a little bit something lighter. And it's just such a tragic event. I mean, man, I was doing research on this before the live stream and, you know, been keeping my eye on this, kind of deciding, did I want to mess with it? Did I not? You know, because, you know, you got to tread lightly on, you know, this isn't just, you know, 8 people lost their lives, thousands were hurt. And you can see, man, these poor, you know, young adults were, you can hear it in their voice, man. You know, you can hear it in their voice, man, and you can feel, at least I can. I can feel, you know, I'm like, man, like, that young gentleman at the beginning, it was just like, that shit brought tears to my eyes. Like, you know, you heard this guy, he's like, I was going there, you know, and I was a Travis Scott fan, and now it's like, you know, it's like, that's what I'm telling y'all, man. I mean, it's just, it's a wild world out here. And, just stay safe, guys, and keep your friends, your family safe, man. Thank you, Jazz Mama. Keep your friends, man. Keep your families, your pets, you know. This is a perfect example, man. Money used to be everything to me. I hustled my ass off. I would go to one club, go to another club. I would work my tail off 10, 12 hours straight. I would work one club in the afternoon. I would work another one till 2, 3 in the night. And then I'd go to the after hours after that. But I always have to remind myself, and now that I've gotten older, money isn't anything. Money is nothing. Money does not buy happiness. Money is nothing, man. All the people that I've lost this last year, that money can't bring them back. Cars, clothes, dogs, jewelry, that shit, like, I used to hustle myself to get anything I wanted. And it's like the older that I've gotten, I'm like, you know what? It's cool to have all this stuff and it's good and everything. But it's like, I don't idolize that shit like I used to. I don't idolize that shit like I used to. I used to, and you guys see, I'm still breaking myself of that habit. I always got to tell myself, you know, you don't need these earrings. You don't need the latest palette. You know, I used to hustle my ass off. I always felt like I needed, you know, a better system at the car I had at the time. I wanted, you know, my Mustang I had at the time. I had, you know, badass speakers in it, custom tail lights. It was a Mustang convertible. Like, I had to be the top of everything. You know, and exactly as Waxing says, money can be the root of all evil. And I always tell myself, you know, now pull back, enjoy the things you got, man, because when you get in that mentality, there's just more and more and more you need. I want this car instead. I got this one. You know what? I'm cool with the little shit I got now. I don't need the freaking 2021 Camaro drop top. Like, I got to tell myself that. Enjoy the stuff I got. Enjoy the stuff I got. Use the makeup I got. Use the jewelry I got. Spend time with my family. Spend time, you know, even losing my uncle of cancer this last year. That was a learning lesson itself. My uncle was, you know, he stuck to himself. You know, and now I wish, hey, I should have invited him over more. I should have told my buddy, you know, hey, you're a great friend. Instead of arguing about little stupid shit. You never know. Okay, let me rein it in. So this is the last young lady's video we're going to listen to here. Again, her voice is very quiet. Just a heads up. And let's get this out here, guys. Thumbs up. And it's all good, guys. You know, and sometimes, you know, another thing that I've learned too is you got to let it out sometimes, man. Because when you leave it in, that's when shit goes south. When you know, leave things in, that's when the big blow up happens. You say things you don't mean, and then that could be the last thing you say to somebody. Oh, I'm mad at you, yada yada. That could be, they could go drive off, and that was the last thing you said to them. So sometimes you just got to cry it out, let it go, and then clean slate, move on to the next one. You feel me? It's okay. Like, I used to get on here and everybody's like, oh, you cry once every couple months. Haha. You know what? Yeah, I do. Because I'm sincere. I'm passionate about the shit I believe in. I care about the people I had. I seen somebody making fun of me the other day. Oh, her and her small ass channel. Oh, she's not relevant. She's got a small channel. Her and small ass channel. You know what? I'd rather have y'all that are here. Every one of y'all that are here means something to me versus 3,000 people that don't give a shit. Every one of you means something. And no matter what you're going through, man, take this lesson and learn. That's why I was like sitting here dwindling for a minute. I was like, do I cover this? Do I not? Do I cover this? Do I not? And I thought, you know what? This is something I'm passionate about. This is something that, you know, I've been a part of the rap community. I've been, you know, to concerts. I've listened to rap for years. I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about the hip-hop community. I'm passionate about people. And this is not all right. This is not okay. No amount of money can bring these people back. And this big guy here, you know, thinks that, you know, oh, we'll pay this lawsuit. It's nothing to them. Kylie Jenner's statement about this made me absolutely disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. I told y'all when I bought those lip glosses the other day, I don't really dig the Kardashians. I don't really feel them. Kim Kardashian is a beautiful woman. But you know what? I used to watch her back in the day, and the more and more I watched, Kim Kardashian is a terrible person, in my opinion, inside. And anybody can take their money and buy plastic surgery. Anybody can make themselves, you know, adjust this, look at this. You know, I told y'all when she made that statement, Kim Kardashian was meeting Caitlyn Jenner for lunch. And she looked over and she said, your big sunglasses are embarrassing me. Little sunglasses are in right now. Get out of here. Dude, I got a shirt on that's 10 sizes too big I got for $4. Shove it up your tail. I wear what I want to wear, when I want to wear it. Yeah, my bra strap's hanging out and I keep fumbling with the shirt, but I don't care. Exactly, shut. I used to watch them years ago. And it's like they're just money. Dude, how much money do you need to be happy? How many? I like bags, I like purses, I like jewelry, I like nice cars, but how much shit do you need to make you happy? Kylie Jenner's her statement that she put out was literally just like, oh, we're sorry. I didn't know people pass our condolences, my thoughts and prayers. Get out of here. That don't stop your bag. You don't give a flying what happened to these people. The show's going to go on and you don't care. Break some of that bank out and donate or do something to show you care. And again, it ain't about money, but do something to show that you care. Exactly, Ree. Perfect example. What in the flying hell is going on with Chloe? Chloe don't even look like the person that from years ago. That's another person, man. I've been to Nicki Minaj concerts. I used to love Nicki Minaj. When I started putting the pieces together, again, these are only my opinions. I was silly back then. Like I said, I used to listen to that stuff. I like the bass. I like the beat. I like to ride around in that shit and listen to it with my... When I started putting the pieces to the puzzle to all that shit together, Miss Kaya don't buy not a Nicki Minaj CD no more. I busted my ass. I told you guys the story of me getting kicked out of Nicki Minaj. I hustled my ass off one day. If my friend ever comes on here, she's talked about doing a StreamYards with me. My friend that I always talk about little. I was like, we're going to Nicki Minaj. She's like, dude, we ain't got the money. I was like, bet we do. I said, bet your ass by 4 o'clock. I'll buy your ticket. I'll buy mine. I'll lace you up with whatever you want. I went and bought us. We had purple and black hair. Off we went. We both had a brand new outfit. I cashed out $200 a ticket. We got, you know, whatever we wanted. Well, guess what? We're sitting in our little seat doing our thing. The show starts. Boom. There goes Little. I was like, get back here. Our seats are good enough. Here goes Little. So I go running after Little to go get her. No longer 2 seconds in the hit. I'm snatched up by the shirt. Little snatched up by the shirt, and off we go. Little's like, oh my God, I ruined our time. I said, you know what? No, you didn't. This is what we're going to do. We're going to drop the car off. We're going to get a taxi to our local bar, and we're going to kick it like we've never kicked it before. We're still going to have a great night. Yeah, lightweight, you did piss me off because you just ruined $400, but yo, it is what it is. We're laced up. Let's go kick it. And you can ask my friend that story. That concert no longer started. And it was like, boom, 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 that super bass. And it was like, they super bassed my ass right on out of there. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So we're outside and I'm yelling at Little and I hear dun dun dun, it's super bass. And I'm like, Little's like, I'm sorry, man. I was like, whatever, dude. We're freaking dressed up. You know, let's make something to the night. So Little got us kicked out. There went $400, but we still had a good night. And that's the thing, man. Like, money cannot buy happiness. Do I miss that money that I made back then? Oh, hell yeah. But I wasn't even enjoying it, man. Because it was like, I needed this, I needed that, I needed this. It was on to the next one. I would get one thing and then was like, okay, we checked that off. I literally would have a notebook. I'm like, new car lights. Okay, after we get that, next. After we get that, custom tailpipes. I always had something my eye on. Now, you know what? As long as I got a roof over my head, it's not the greatest roof. I've got my dogs. I've got my family. Yo, that's cool enough with me. I like a couple things here and there still, and that's good with me. Exactly. Exactly, Aunt. You can be poor, you can be rich, you can see, you know, it's never enough. It's never enough. And money, Trisha Paytas, perfect example. Trisha Paytas, her wedding shower, her mom and her sister. You think somebody like Trisha Paytas, a big YouTuber, you know, been here to there, would have friends? Her mom and her sister at Cartier. And it didn't look fun at all. Dude, if I'm up in Cartier and we are getting it, honey. Next bottle of champagne, please. Let's do this. You know what, Jazz? I don't feel sorry for Trisha at all. I think Trisha is stuck in a materialistic. I think Trisha thinks that she can buy. And like I said, money doesn't buy happiness. And I think that Trisha has trolled herself into the corner where things mean more than people. Things mean more than people to her. I agree, Jody, yes. Mama Jazz, everybody's got demons. It's how you deal with them. And Trisha's got super dough to where she could go get the best therapist in the world. And she chooses to buy a new Birkin bag instead. Let's watch this last testimonial, wrap this up, and then we're going to get into a, yeah, hello, money can't buy love. Exactly, fishing. You know, she treats people like they're things. You know, dude, if we're in Cartier, I mean, literally they were like, oh, that's cute. Yo, if we're in Cartier, it's next bottle, please. I'm going to be doing a dance on Cartier's sofa because we are in there and we are doing it big. And we are going to show Cartier what we are about. You feel me? And they're literally like, these are cute. Honey, then I'm putting a couple Cartier mints in my purse. You better put yours in their purse too. And whatever free, you know what? We're taking the Cartier napkins. We're taking all that. Oh, you didn't eat your sandwich? Honey, wrap that thing up and put it in a napkin. Yes, ma'am. It was lame. It was lame. I did not have this shirt. I wore this shirt for our foodie video, and I kept, looking more into this, and I thought, you know what, yes, there is a rose. I thought about covering it. Maybe we'll take a dive into it after Foodles. Yeah, maybe we'll take, there's a wedding shower video. And that's another thing, people were like, Trisha shouldn't have to pay for her own wedding shower at Cartier. Dude, Trisha's sister makes money and her mom, but I think that Trisha's sister runs a small channel and she's just Trisha's assistant. I don't think mom has rubber band bangs for Cartier. If that is where Trisha wanted her party and they couldn't afford it, and her mom and sister said, well, we're going to throw you a smaller one, you guys know Trisha wasn't having that. Oh, vulgar. People threw tantrums. She had to turn the comments off because people were like, your family should have paid for that. Dude, her family didn't have money to pay for that. That's where she wanted it to shower. If they wanted to throw her a small one and she didn't want it, and I get that, Rain, they do live off of her. But if that was, not everybody's got Cartier money. And for those that don't know, Cartier is it's like a Louis Vuitton type rose. I honestly don't even know. I came across it a couple weeks and I don't even know what it's called. I came of it across a couple weeks and we were going to review it and then we got stuck in Foodie Land. Okay, y'all, so let's finish this up. Thumbs up. Then we'll wrap this up and we'll move on to something lighter. This is the last lady, young lady's testimonial. Vegan Cartier is like rings, glasses. It's a very high, it's a very high ticket luxury brand. Yeah. A lot of the YouTubers that you see have that key bracelet. It's like a bangle and it's got like, what is it called? The forever bracelet. Yes, thank you, Rose. It's top-notch high-end jewelry. Okay, y'all, so let's finish strong and, thank you, Lark. Good evening, or excuse me, good night, Lark. Thank you for joining us always once again. Okay, so this is the last testimonial of the young lady. We've got about 4 minutes left. Let's hear this young lady's testimonial, and we will move on after this. We're going to end this stream and, go on to something a little bit lighter.
I'm sorry if it's a little bit jumbled. I want to give some background that me and my best friend Mauricio, we go.
Good night, Travis.
We are known as a raging duo. Like, we are always at crazy things. We went to City Morgue and, like, I got punched in the face and, like, all this shit. Like, it's okay. I've raged before. I went to Cardi, but it got canceled. So, yeah. Me and him were planning on going to Astroworld for months, and we were super beyond excited because all our favorite artists were going to be there, and it was rage time, and we were super excited because that's what we do. We live for the rage. We live.
So what this young lady is saying is that basically she is used to, rowdy concerts. She is used to, raging concerts. That's what, can you guys hear? I had a hard time hearing her as well.
For those moments where you can let go and just be one with the music. Everything was fine. We went to see Don Toliver at a show as well, and we saw him perform at Astro, and it was great. It was super fun. I love Don Toliver, and he's a beautiful performer. But things started going down when we were waiting for Travis Scott. We got there like 6:30, and he started performing around 9. We stood up, and the countdown started going down. Once it hit like the 10 seconds, things started getting very crowded, and I could not breathe. For reference, I'm only 4'10", and I'm very small, and I weigh 100 pounds on a good day. After the first 3 songs, things were getting super hectic. People were falling down. People were passing out. I was stepping on people. You could not move. Like, I was suffocating, literally. There was one moment after 3 or 4 songs that people start falling down, and I get at the bottom of the mush of people. There's 6 or 7 people on top of me at one point. I started screaming because I could not breathe. I was at the bottom with 6 or 7 people on top of me. I kept pushing them over, like, off of me, so nothing happened to my back or spine, thankfully. Thank God. There was one point where my knee popped, and I started screaming, I cannot feel my legs, I think my leg is broken, and started screaming bloody murder. My best friend at this point was behind me, also, like, crushed. He got out, and he says he was fighting for his life and could not move. He got his shoes off and started trying to help me out. I saw people on the floor that were not breathing. I saw people on the floor that were seizing out and falling down. I don't know. Personally, I did not see anyone get injections, but I don't know what happened. People were falling down left and right. Yeah, I'm gonna make a part 2. Sorry. I want to start this one out saying I'm so sorry for anyone that lost a loved one there. I'm beyond grateful that I survived. There was one point, I don't believe in God very much, but I was praying to God that I made this out alive, and that me and my best friend made it out alive. Once I finally got out, my leg was facing the other way, facing an angle on the other side of my foot, so I could not feel my legs. My knee was, like, completely out of place. My best friend was screaming for a medic, screaming for help. I remember people screaming to please stop the music. I remember people saying that we needed to stop, people needed to get up. I've never seen anything like that in my life. My best friend finally got me out, and he started screaming that we needed a medic and we needed to get out there now. It took us 10 to 15 minutes to get out of the first area of the mosh. Someone threw me over a railing to get to a medic, thankfully. Like, thank God. I kept saying, like, I can't feel my legs, please someone help me, please. I was walking over people that I could not see breathing to get to a medic. Like, there was 4 or 5 people that I saw passed out. There was 2 people that I did not see breathing at all when I was going to go see the medic. Once we got to the medic area, I wasn't helped very much. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't rescue me because there were so many people that I was just placed on a box and sat there until the show was over. So I was from 9:10 to 10:30. I was in this medic area, watching people seize, fall down, pass out. Someone was in a wheelchair with restraints on them. Finally get out after a long time of crying and being in pain and no one helping me. Got in a wheelchair and I go to the medic area. Once I got to the medic area, I saw the bigger guy that the videos are going around about. I saw him getting heart shocks and CPR on the floor. I was wheeled into the medic area and then wheeled out because of that. I saw a girl in the corner crying over a dead body and 2 body bags. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and I don't want to ever experience anything like that ever again. I saw the bigger guy get brought into an ambulance, still continuing to do CPR. At this point, I was counting he was down for 5 minutes, continuing to do CPR. There was too many people injured. There was a line to get into the medic area. I was considered a yellow case, and there were some people who didn't even get help until I left, which was 2 hours after the concert finished.
Thank you again, Moving Mad, the channel, and check out Moving Mad. He's got more, updates on this. What's Shut say? Shut's got some pretty good information. Yeah, Shut, what is a frequency machine? Hold up. Travis released a song called Escape Plan a day before that. Escape Plan. Wow. See what I mean, guys? There's just, like I say, guys, there's so many little things that it's like, you never know, man, what the message, what things that, our minds can't, wrap around, or, our minds say, that sounds way too far out there, but, you never know. There's videos that, I fell down this rabbit hole, like I said, and I've researched this and wanted to cover it. Yeah, exactly, Shut. Things that are hard to deny. pieces of the puzzle that go together that you're like, this is just too much to be a coincidence. You know, just like, you know, Bob Dylan, the frequency machine, Kaya, look it up. It's pretty deep. Maybe we'll have to check that out. Let me write that down. Shut, thank you for all your, and Ballin, thank you as well. Hold on, I want to write. Yeah, I thank you all for, you know, being here, joining us. I thank you for your information. You know, I'm glad that Ballin, you and your sister made it out safe. You know, and thank you, Jody. I was just about to bring that up. You know, so many people, you know, said the same thing. People that were a fan of this gentleman said, you know, we felt an eerie vibe. You know, we felt just a different presence than any concert, any festival we've ever been to. We felt just a eerie, different vibe. And to me, it was ironic, you know, that you heard the gentleman in the beginning and the young lady mid saying, satanic and demonic. You heard two different people, say that, you know, that they don't even really use that word, that just came to their mind. The young lady with the braids, you know, heard her say, you know, even at the concert, me and my boyfriend, I think she said it was, you know, we were saying at the concert, this feels kind of satanic. This feels kind of uneasy, demonic. Hold on, I want to read Shut's, I think it was a 5G experiment. 5G was a frequency weapon used during World War II. Okay. Demonic, even the t-shirt he was wearing. Interesting. Thank you, Shut. I too have studied a lot up on 5G. I have a channel that I watch. His name is Aussie Chris. He's been tried to be silenced very many times by the media, by YouTube. 5G is another rabbit hole that I've fell down, that I've studied, that is, you know, they're saying, you know, 5G, let's make, yeah, Renee, the 5G stuff is a whole nother entity in itself. I could only make it, Ballin says, I could only make a part 1 of the concert. I have to go to sleep, but feel free to share everything in the email. Tomorrow, I will send you part 2. Ballin, thank you, and just no rush, man. If you don't feel like writing me anything else, I totally respect that. And I respect you for being here, telling your story, and thank you so much. And I'm glad you and your sister are safe. And, you know, take this, my friend, as, you know, an experience that, you know, take this as an experience. I mean, you know, it's just a wild, man. Like, it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's so, you know, young people simply were going to a concert to hear music, you know, what they, and look at what happened. So thank you so much for being here. And, yeah, Shut. See, and these are the things that I study all this, believe it or not. These are all things that I've wanted to discuss on here. And, you know, things like these are a hard topic to discuss on the internet. Because it's like some people, you know, they're like, you know, that's all made up stuff. Or, you know, the 5G was to help our phones, you know, and our internet go, you know, faster. And, you know, it's like, hey, is there more to this? You know, is there more to this than we can't wrap our minds around? You know, there's, like I was saying, there's a channel that I watch. His name is Aussie Chris. Yeah, I think it is about time to make a backup channel, and I have been saying that, but we have other things popping right now too, and I do believe it's a it's that time. Um, you know, I don't know, guys. It's it's a wild world out here, man. It really is, and you just never know, honestly. Yes, it's Aussie Chris. He's from Australia, and Mama Vision, welcome, love. Thank you. Thank you. Um yeah, it's a wild world. So, to wrap this up, we are going to wrap this up, and then we're going to move on to something a little bit lighter. So, what we're going to do is we are going to close this out. That way, it's not a gazillion hours long, and the people that are interested in this exact story can listen to what we have to say. And then, we'll jump on to our lighter things that we usually cover. So, my heart, goes out to everybody that was affected by this, everybody that lost their lives in this. I feel like these, young adults, you can hear it in their voice. They, clearly say they've never been through anything like this. They've never seen a traumatic, a simple thing such as a festival turned into such a tragic, tragic event. Yes, there's my email in the chat. My mod Eric, I blame Eric. Carolyn, there was 8 that passed and hundreds injured, and it's a traumatic, just it's eerie, man. Even just like listening to the stories and discussing it, it gives me a vibe. It really does. It gives me a vibe that it takes me to a place that it's like exactly shut. And that's another thing. They're saying 8, but who really knows? Who really knows? Is it 8? Is there more? Who really knows? I don't know what else to say, you guys. My heart is, yeah, it's very unsettling, Tan, exactly. Hearing these testimonials, it takes me, it gives me an eerie feeling. Exactly, Punisher. It's just a dark feeling that, that's why I wanted to cover this, think what you're surrounding, think about your surroundings. And I always say, don't put anybody on a pedestal but yourself. Look at, one simple, these, like some of them, we were going there to have fun. We've never seen anything like this. Watch everything around you. Listen. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, people. I love each and every one of you. Thumbs up. We will be back for our regular content. Let's do about a 10-minute intermission. And, yeah, and that's the thing, Ree. Hopefully some people, got something out of this. And, I agree, Shut. And that's why, like I said, I mean, I was an avid, hip-hop listener. And I really had to step back and really, like I was saying about the Nicki Minaj thing. And, I really had to, like, listen to what I was listening to. More than just, I like this beat, more than, I used to work at a dance club and I liked, the bass, the beat, I had to listen to the words, listen what I was listening to. Take a deep dive and listen to the things you listen to. Because there's so much more to it if you open your eyes and open your ears. You feel me? We're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to come back with some regular Foodie Beauty content. And I'll see you guys hopefully all back in 10 minutes. Everybody new, thank you for joining me. My thoughts, my prayers, my heart, rest in peace. The family, I love each and every one of you, and I will see you back in 10 minutes. And I love you guys. Each and every one of you, man. I love each and every one of you. And don't forget to thumbs up for the replay and subscribe, man. If you're new, check it out. We do a little bit of everything. Tea, news, drama, reacts, holes. We talk about life. We talk about dog stuff. We talk about food. We talk about everything over here. So hence the word Kaya Simon's Life. No, it's not Simmons. I'm not related to Richard. Again, I am Kaya Simon's Life. I will be signing out, and I'll see you back in 10 minutes. Have a great day, great night, and what's our new phrase? Remember to be awesome.